Hi everyone, this is Leah. This second lesson I want to talk a little bit about the Compliance Assist site structure. If you are a new user, this will be especially important for you to understand the different modules and products that we use of the Compliance Assist platform. Or also if you have used Compliance Assist before and perhaps your role has changed. Perhaps you were a faculty member and now you're going to be taking on a new role, an administrative role, then you may need to have more access into the system and actually enter results. So to begin, when you open up your browser, I have actually set the Compliance Assist page as my home screen. So now that we have single sign-on, whenever you sign into SharePoint, you will, of course, be able to see this. So once we initially sign in, then you can get wherever you need to go. So if you haven't, there are several ways you can get to this Compliance Assist landing site, which is like your home page. Now, you're going to see different modules than I do. You probably won't see all of these, but we'll get into that in a minute. So first of all, you can certainly use SharePoint as sort of your home base to get to Compliance Assist. All of the links are over here on the right side of the screen. And so Compliance Assist is here with Informer, so you can click there to get to where you need to go. In addition, if you are working from home, you can always just go to octech.edu and click on the quick links. I believe there's faculty staff access there, and you may actually just be able to go down to the bottom of the screen and see faculty staff access here as well. And so this will also give you that link to get to this login page. So now that we're here at the landing site, you'll be able to see what available websites or modules you have access to for Compliance Assist. So if you are in a dean role, you can see accreditation. This is where our 5th year and 10-year reaffirmation reports are uploaded. So this is where I put our narrative as well as all of our supporting documentation for accreditation. Credentials is also something that HR and Cleve Wilson use for SACS accreditation, just to keep up with all of our faculty members, what courses they're teaching, their loading, and what your credentials are. The gallery is where I will keep certain documents and things that need to be used in these two modules. So then we get to the good stuff. You're going to be using, especially if you are in a program coordinator role, you're going to be using program review and planning. So program review is, as it says, that is where our 3-year program reviews are stored. In addition to the narratives that program coordinators complete every 3 years, every year in the summer, I will add individualized program data, including enrollment, graduation rates, retention, persistence, and some other data items here into the system. I usually do that every July. There is going to be a program review lesson further on, so you can click that if you want to learn more about program review specifically. And then, of course, there's the planning module, which is brand new, and so lesson 1 is actually going over the new interface for planning, since it looks so much different than it did with our last version. But planning is where you will be able to access your unit plans and your student learning outcomes. In addition, this is where we keep our general education outcomes and information for the QEP to support the QEP SLOs as well. So in order to navigate between these structures, and say for instance I click into program review. This is the program review module, and I can go ahead and navigate and find what I'm looking for. So this is in paralegal. I'm able to see 6 years of program reviews sort of cycles here on these 3-year tabs. And so if I want to pop back over, let's say for instance, I'm in planning and I am working on a unit plan. So I want to set a goal for my retention. Where can I find my retention? Over here in Program Review. So if you want to switch between these modules, you can quickly do that by using this top left menu here. So I would go in for instance and say, okay, well, I want to set a retention goal. So all you have to do is look here. You can see all of your retention information, and then pop right back on over to planning to finish writing your unit plan goal. So when you get into to planning, which we will cover in another lesson, you're not going to see quite as many things over here on the left as I do. You're going to have a home dashboard, which is going to give you some information about your program. This assessment cycles piece is a new release that I am trying out from Compliance Assist. And this will give me an idea of, what information is ready to go and has been done, what programs need to add more information, etc. So you will not be able to see this, but it's a fairly new product. If it turns out that it works really well, then it may be rolled down to the dean level. So that way, as you're putting in your unit plans or your SLOs, your dean will really quickly be able to have a quick view of how many program coordinators still need to enter information and how many have already done what they need to do. So that's an exciting feature that hopefully we'll be using once they get the bugs out over the next year. So what you're going to see when you log in is My Plan items. This is the first thing that's going to come up on your home screen. So and of course down here you'll see all of your plans, which we'll talk about in another video. So this is how you can quickly and easily navigate between our tools and also how they're structured. If you have any questions about using Compliance Assist and about how all of it fits together, you can always call or email me. My email address is jonesl@octech.edu.